Alrighty. What's going on, ladies and gents? So, I figured I'd move some things up and switch rooms today because we've been working in that office on every live stream for a number of months now. And generally, I like to bounce around the house, different areas, different rooms, right? So, AL, good to see you, bud. I'm actually really disappointed because I wanted this to be and in fact, I got just for the background. Oh man, that's awesome. Right in front of me, I got the big old TV, right? And on my other YouTube channel, I've got it playing right now. So, oh man, I look terrible. Dude, I wanted today because this was a later stream, day in the game. Oh God, I'm all over the place. A later game of baseball being played today. And I thought this stuff was going to start like 7 o'clock. So I'm like, oh, hell yeah. We could do a Cubs-Brewers watch-along on the live stream. And then I checked the damn schedule, and those assholes don't play until like 9 o'clock tonight. Like 8 something Central Time, right? But I'm like, that is some straight up BS right there. I don't think we're going to have a 2-3 hour live stream today, mostly because I don't think my kidneys and my liver can handle it. Oh. Still going off the tequila blanco for today. But I'm going to have to switch some things up. First things first, let's get rid of some of the Fanta, man. Oh, you know what? I wanted to put ice in this. I didn't do that. Oh, well. Got my strawberry Fanta and Admiral Nelson's cherry spiced rum. Generally, you're supposed to have Coke and rum, but I don't have Coke, so sometimes you just got to make do with what you got available. All right, that's probably way too much. Oh, yeah. You're not even tasting Fanta, man. You're tasting nothing but straight rum. All right. Crazy, man. So how the hell y'all doing, man? Shoot. I've been going back, guys, because I always have to go back and watch my videos, right? I'm lagging way behind. Like, I'm not even all the way through Saturday's live streams because there's 2 live streams, right? Internet keeps sticking out on me. The one thing that I will say this, though, I now have a general idea how long my computer lasts before the battery dies out. In the actual live stream, I remember talking about, oh man, I'm at like 10% or 12%, whatever it was, 15%. And not too long after, the whole screen just went black. I'm like, son of a bitch, I forgot that the damn thing was running out of juice. So, looks like this laptop gives me about 4.5 hours worth of life. Awesome, right? So I think basic conversations like these guys, where I'm not really showcasing anything in the background, right? When BB and I were going to do our first dual live stream together, I wanted to come in here, kind of have, some of the collections in the backdrop, but I'm looking around, I'm seeing myself on screen, and it's relatively dark. So I wanted to make sure there was enough lighting so you guys could see every aspect of the figures from the line, right? So, but days like this, shoot, come in here, move the camera around, highlight different aspects. This purple room, as I call it, is basically my 1990s Fox Kids nostalgia. When I got into collecting, I mean, this stuff wasn't really it for me. What I wanted was the wrestling figures. That's what I got into. But then I just started thinking about all things nostalgic to me. And 1990s Fox Kids superheroes. So you look around and it's like everywhere. And I even got freaking Ninja Turtles on the backdrop. I said that at some point, guys, I would like to do a short video where I kind of talk about my non wrestling Holy Grail pieces. This isn't one of them, but it kind of gives you a general idea of what I've been picking up. You know, Fetch from Stretch Armstrong, and yeah, I have a number of these pieces over here. At some point, we are going to go over that stuff. Today, baseball, man. We are in the middle of the postseason. Cubs advancing past the wild card series. To me, I don't really consider the wild card series to be postseason. I kind of look at it as all three games being hyped up into one single game 163 to determine who's the winner to move on to the division series. So for the Cubs making it past round one, if you call it that, again, I don't. So it was a damn miracle that they made it this far. And now that I'm actually watching these guys in Milwaukee and get their ass absolutely beat down, I mean, humiliating, but I got to support my team, right? So I'm hoping for much better things here in game two. As long as they stay away from Shota Managa, I mean, I love that guy, man. I could not be more thrilled that he pitches for the Cubs. Superstar pitcher. Should not be starting any of these games. Matthew Boyd should not have been starting 3 days rest. He should not have been even considered until like a game four, possibly. Jameson Taillon has destroyed it. Ben Brown has actually killed the Brewers while on the mound. So I wouldn't mind seeing Ben Brown start a game. I want to see Taillon probably around game three, game four, especially if it's a shutdown game where they're losing and it's winner go home type of situation. And I think Colin Ray deserved an opening day or opening series start, and they completely screwed the pooch there. I've always said I haven't been a fan of Craig Counsell, not 1 second since he signed with the Cubs. To me, he's still from Milwaukee, right? Or he's still from Wisconsin, so he's still a Brewer. Whether he works for the organization or not, he's a Brewer. I'm pretty sure he's got Brewers on the mind regardless. Yeah, you play baseball for this team. You manage this team. Yeah, you're going to want your team to win. There's no doubt. But it just doesn't seem like his heart is in managing the Cubs. He came here because it was a larger city and he got paid more money. That is it. You got to go where the money is. I mean, he could have stayed in Milwaukee. He probably would have received very close compensation, right? And he would still being division champions. We'd probably still have David Ross, and guess what? David Ross could have probably won us a division title last year or this year. 83 wins. Council takes over. We're still at 83 wins. What did he approve, right? I mean, the Cubs in the offseason got all this amazing talent, and they barely broke 90 wins this season. And you have to thank the first two months for that, right? So, and now I see Council. You know, he's made some decisions where I'm like, okay, I wasn't in an approval when he made it. Like, why are you pulling Jameson Taillon after 4 innings when he's been absolutely dominant? I think shut up baseball. I think they pulled Matthew Boyd in game 1 after like 4 innings. Gave up a run or two, and the bullpen shut down. It was a victory. So, not the call I would have made, but I probably seen how it played out. Yeah, no doubts. I have no issues with those calls afterwards. It makes a lot of sense. Starting Matt Boyd on 3 days rest, you knew he was going to get lit up. This would have been perfect for Colin Ray to be game 1. I would have actually gone to probably Ben Brown in game 2 because, like I said, he's dominated the Brewers previously. So he's on the roster. You got to make use out of him. Savali, man. Who would think that Savali would come out of the damn White Sox rotation get claimed by the Cubs and actually fulfill an important relief role. But it makes me mad. Like when I saw the rosters for the opening wildcard series, I'm like, where the hell is Javier Assad? Why is he not on this roster? It is now the division championship. Why is Javier Assad not on this roster? Ben Brown? Okay, I could see Ben Brown making the team. That's fine. Mike Soroka? Are you freaking kidding me? Man pitched 2 innings, broke down, and was basically gone the rest of the season. Came back towards the end with a few innings, big whoop. No. How about the important guys that have actually been integral to your team these last few years, which is Javier freaking Assad. I don't know why, but there are certain players I feel like managers or maybe the team in general just do not have the highest hopes in, the most faith in, because even Kyle Hendricks 2016 wins the ER title, best earned run average in all of Major League Baseball. Dominated in the postseason, yet manager still pulls him out 4 1/3 innings into his Game 7 World Series start after giving up, 1 run and their team leading by 4-1, 5-1 score. So with Madden, he never had any belief in Kyle Hendricks. I look at like David Ross and Craig Counsell now. They're doing the same thing with Javier Assad. They're like equal pitchers, finesse pitchers with the occasional big strikeout when it matters. This isn't a guy that gets lit up every time out. He doesn't pitch you 7, 8, 9 innings more times than not, but is that his fault? Why is the manager pulling him out at 4 innings and 60 pitches? That type of deal, right? Especially if your guy has only given up like 1 freaking run. Or you got 6 punch outs, no walks, and you've given up a run on 4 hits in 6 innings. Let the son of a gun out go out for a 7th. Don't let that bullpen destroy you. All right. I think I'm actually going to save some of this drink. This is actually pretty darn good. The Fanta mixed with cherry spice rum. All right, guys, not a whole lot to talk about today. It's baseball season. I want to clock back in around 9 o'clock, and that way kind of have the Cubs watch along in the backdrop. But you guys know, before I create a new live stream, right, I always go back and I look at all of the old comments, and you guys are absolutely killing it with the zebra cakes discussion. I don't know how in the last live stream, I don't even remember how that came up in conversation, but man, I swear to God, for like the last 2-3 hours, we did nothing but talk about freaking little Debbie zebra cakes. But I tell you, man, shoot, that new Maniac Riot wrestling figure, the Saturday live stream passed out Waddy gimmick. I could see that's like what somebody recommended. Whiskey bottle in one hand, a little Debbie zebra cake in the other. I actually thought we had a ton of those little effers in the darn downstairs freezer in the basement garage. We got like one of these long freezers, right? Floor freezers. They're like 4 feet high, about another 5 feet long, 6 feet, 5.5. I don't know, 6, however long it is, whatever. One of those floor freezers. And I could have sworn we had like 100 million of those damn zebra cakes in there. No. We do have 100 million pierogies, though. When we tried to do a Walmart order way back when, and we wanted to order pierogies, and you couldn't buy 1 box of pierogies. You had to get it in bulk, so we ended up getting like 50 darn boxes of pierogies. I don't think it was that many, but there was just a shitload that we had to get. So instead of spending like $3, $4, $5 on a box, you basically had to spend like $250 for this whole big ass thing. Bundle like 50 boxes or however much it was, right? That is going to take forever to eat. I'm trying to think. I really don't have much to talk about, guys. Unless you all have anything for me, this, like I said, is going to be a very short live stream. I definitely wanted to come on here, have something to talk to you guys about for a little bit, but all in all, we're probably only looking at maybe 30 minutes tops. All right. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say. Baseball, right? We're still in the heat of baseball. I think Craig Counsell finally listened to, my complaint and dropped Ian Happ out of the freaking number 3 slot. I mean, that's like the best thing he could have done in the opening series. I said it before. You want to put Ian Happ in left field. You want that glove out there. Got it. Drop his ass to 9th. He is not contributing offensively. So I think they pushed him back to number 5. They pushed Seiya Suzuki from 5 to 4 and pushed Kyle Tucker from 4 to 3. So Happ went up to – so Tucker and Happ moved up a slot where Happ moved back from 3 to 5. That's it. That's all you did. Seiya Suzuki was dominating in the number 5 slot. Keep him there. Ian Happ not contributing offensively. Whether you bat him leadoff, 3rd, 5th, it doesn't matter. Put him at the bottom where it's not going to kill your team, kill your rally, right? Other than that, I'm also noticing that this motherfucker, excuse my language, but he keeps starting the exact same guys. I get it. These are your starters. These are your big boppers. Give somebody else a freaking chance. I didn't even think that he used a single pinch hitter in the opening wildcard series. I think Moises Ballesteros might have come in for a pinch hit, looking at some of the recaps. Okay, you want Kelly at catcher? Fine, he's a big hitter. You could still put Ballesteros in there. If not catcher, maybe at DH. Kyle Tucker, he's got a few hits, but I mean, what, singles? If you're betting your future, betting a $400 million paycheck on your CNI singles, come on, man. That's Tucker. He needs to be part of this team. Irrelevant whether or not he can play the field. Irrelevant whether or not you feel like he's going to hit at all. He has to be on the postseason roster because he is a game-changing player. He shouldn't be starting every game. Carson Kelly, give him a day or two. Let him come off the bench in a big spot where he might actually do some damage. You know what I mean? So, Ballesteros, Reese McGuire. I mean, for a backup catcher to have almost 10 home runs on the season, he's another one of those guys who I'm hearing a lot of people complain about, like, you're not getting a lot from Reese McGuire. Whenever I've seen Reese McGuire, through recaps, he always looks like he's performing. So I don't know what the issue is, but give these guys some opportunity to play. Some of these other cats that aren't going to be on your team long term, how about letting the young guys who are going to be part of your future get some playoff experience? So for the second straight series, Assad off the roster. Ballesteros, catcher, on the roster, not playing. He's one of your best prospects, one of your best hitters, right? What the heck is going on with that? I mean, whenever I see Ballesteros, he's like a slapstick player. He reminds me of Ichiro Suzuki a lot. Like, he hits a lot of ground balls, and the occasional when he does get lift, they leave the ballpark or they split the gap for a 2-bag. So he's performing. Otherwise, he wouldn't be on this roster. Other than that, I mean, who else can you really fit in there? You're not going to take out Michael Busch. He's your best offensive player. Seiya Suzuki, if he's not DHing, he's got to be in the outfield playing right. He has to, because you got to have that bat in there. Pico Armstrong struggles like hell offensively. He started coming around with a couple hits, but nothing overly impressive. He's out there for his glove. Ian Happ in left field, he is out there for his glove. When you have all these players that are glove first, how do you expect to win? Your starting pitcher can go out there with 9 perfect innings. Every single arm in the bullpen can toss 3 perfect innings apiece. Guess what? You don't score, you're eventually going to run out of pitchers, and you're still going to end up losing because it's only a matter of time. You can't score, right? So you're not going to put Willie Castro. Oh, God, I swear to God, if I ever see Willie Castro's name anywhere near the starting lineup, Craig Counsell deserves to be fired on the spot. Third base. I mean, who else? Other than Shaw, who else you got for third? That's it. I mean, you really can't substitute a lot of players, and I understand why they keep going to the same lineup. I mean, hell, if I was constructing this lineup and I was, actual manager right now, managing the Cubs in the clubhouse, I'd probably be putting this together the same lineup. Obviously, I'd be moving guys around so that they're not batting the same way every time, but oh, man. Yeah, I'm looking at the TV right in front of me, right? And I'm looking at this lineup of Ninja Turtle cards. So we have 2 living rooms in our house, and the second living room, I plastered the back behind the couch, the wall full of Ninja Turtles. So that stuff could have easily gone with the rest of this, expanded out that way, expanded up more. But I didn't do it. I put them downstairs. And they were basically 4 sets of just the Turtles, no bad guys or anything like that. And then eventually, when I kind of got into like the All Stars, the military stuff, I think the military was all Turtles, and then I think the sports, I think it might have added like Bebop or Rocksteady, something like that, but or one of those sets. I don't know. For me, these Ninja Turtles back here, these 2020 Turtles, I mean, this is still, in my opinion, a relatively new collection, right? I've been buying up a lot over the last year and a half, but they're Turtles. Like, who doesn't want to have Turtles? But Ninja Turtles, man, they're like for Playmates, they are like Jack's Pacific Classic superstars for the wrestling figures. They have hundreds upon hundreds of releases. Crazy. I mean, once they start getting into the really stupid stuff like, astronaut Leonardo or cowboy Donatello, that type of stupid stuff, it became worthless. But I'll tell you what I do have. All of these April O'Neil figures that I bought, and I actually got a pretty good price on these. Now, this is, I think, 1989 or 1988. So, like, something like this is the, real, authentic, original. Yeah, so like over here, I got a bunch more original 1980s, 1990 cards. These back here, those are all the 2020s. Just kind of looking around, man. I really got to sit down and admire this particular type of collection more often, because this room is exactly what the basement was supposed to be for me, right? Like if I'm laying in this bed and I'm watching YouTube or something, just being surrounded by this, being able to look around and see the different collections, the different stuff that I had when I was young, and picking this stuff up apart as an adult later on. That's memories. That's history. That's childhood. Plus, it's creepy as hell that I have all my horror collection right there, and I got all the horror masks, Freddy Krueger and It and all that. Pennywise with the big monster teeth coming at you. At some point, yeah, I'm gonna be up here, guys. I am going to make another short video. When is that going to happen? I don't know. I was supposed to give a room tour shoot, back in like May or June. Like every year, I try to do like another room tour. If I move a lot of stuff around, acquire a lot of stuff, I might do 2 or 3 room tours in a year. And last year, the last time I did a room tour, it took that video lasted like an hour, hour and a half, something like that. Because I just had so much stuff to show off, so much stuff to look at, right? And I kind of feel like if I do that again, not only am I incorporating the basement, not only am I incorporating the garage, the storage room, but the second living room that has collectibles, this room that's filled up. So I really have to break them down into individual videos. See what happens with that. I don't know if I'm going to stay on for 2 hours straight, but I might come back on around 9 p.m. and see if we could have a baseball watch along together. I don't know if I'm going to keep drinking or not. Probably not, because if I keep drinking, by the time 9 o'clock rolls around, I'm gonna be super drunk, and I'm probably gonna be yelling at the TV a lot, which I'm sure for viewers that'd probably be hilarious. But we shall see what happens, though, right? I gotta find that dude that creates plastic acrylic cases, for your collectibles. Because the boxes I have here for Stretch Armstrong, Fetch Armstrong, the '90s figures, new in box, right? I want them to be encased perfectly, right? Keep them safe. And I don't remember which one of these I actually had as a kid, but I have at least a general idea of what they look like, right? So having these was awesome. I learned, a long time ago that, Stretch Armstrong was like back in the 1970s. So his action figures have been made for decades, man, decades. And I thought in the 1990s, the Stretch Armstrongs that we had when we were kids, opening those up on Christmas Day, getting the Fetch Armstrong dog and Stretch Arms. I mean, that stuff was, I thought that was like brand spanking new to the 90s or whatnot. And several months ago, when I went back and I started looking for this stuff and started buying some of the stuff up and find out that they've been around a whole lot longer than I knew, I'm like, really? So I love that stuff. That stuff is fascinating to me. I've seen the modern day 2010s, 2020s, whatever, Stretch Armstrong. They look so freaking horrible. I mean, you would think that as the years pass by with new technology and everything, they would be able to make stuff better. But I feel like you were probably at a highlight of collecting, being a kid, toy wise, probably in the 70s, 80s. In the 90s, it was still good, but you could start to slowly see it go downhill from there. By the time the 2000s rolled around, I mean, obviously by 2000, I was 15. So, I mean, I wasn't into toys or anything like that. But, I mean, I watch commercials, right? We all watch commercials. So we know what kind of stuff was coming out in the 2000s. And I'm like, I think I was born at the right time. So I've always said people born between like 1975, 1990, they pretty much have a good appreciation for the good stuff. All right. All right, folks. Because I have OCD, I want to stop at exactly 30 minutes. And that's about a minute and 20 seconds from now. And by the time I say goodbye, hit the end button, it's going to be at like 30:10, and that's going to make me. It's cool. I may be back at 9 o'clock, 9 Eastern time to do a watch along, maybe. We'll see what happens. If I could get the game to actually play on here, I'll probably do a watch along with you guys. Otherwise, I guess that'll be it for today. And Bone Breaking Action and I will be back with our dual live stream on Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. So, other than that, guys, not much else going on. And hopefully at 9 o'clock, if I do come back, which is about 10% chance I will, we'll have more of a discussions. I'll try and find something additional to add on, so we're not just strictly baseball. But guys, for 30 minutes, short live stream today, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you guys in the comments and see you next video. Take care, guys.